place, which is quite nice, but you'll see how many pedestrians there are about. The worst bit is when you're about where we are now and the traffic lights change to amber. You either panic and go through or panic and stop, which is the worst thing you can do, is the stopping, because as soon as you're committed, if you have to do an emergency stop and you cross the white line, it's worse than going through on amber. This leads us down to the double set of traffic lights where we had a really good example on a different video, and the biggest Buxton roundabout. Okay, now this time we're going to go out, and we're going to go out into the countryside to one of the very few, we've done one already, national speed limit signs. Okay, it's called Harper Hill, and it's a bit like Alton Towers again. We have got a couple of interesting things on the way up there which I will talk to you about, but the bits in between I'm just going to time warp, just because that's a lot of traffic lights, which means the opposite of normal. After every pedestrian crossing there's a roundabout in Buxton. We're going to turn left. Now they come really quick from the right hand side because it is downhill. Okay, and that over there where the no entry is where we came out earlier. Now we're going to follow the signs towards Leek, Congleton and Macclesfield, which is to the left, but it is the second left, and you can't indicate too early, and you can't cut over the solid white line. Just like that. Well done, Mark. Okay, following this road for a little bit now. It's all 30 miles an hour, so I'm going to time warp it again, just to avoid getting any unnecessary conversations in while we're driving this road. Following the signs towards Leek and Stoke-on-Trent. So if you see on that sign, we're going straight ahead. If you were to come to Manchester, especially Manchester Airport, you would probably turn right where this white 4x4 is going. So once he's out of the way, we're going to go slightly up the hill, and you'll see a sign on the left hand side that tells you we want to go towards Harper Hill and go karting, which we're not going go karting. It's by Mark's face. And it's kind of a little road to your left to stop, and then a good road to your left. So we're going towards Ashbourne, Harper Hill, Gridlow, and that way. And there's the go-karting sign. So it's literally a tiny road that you have to give way to. And it's a good idea to get a good view up the hill now, and then another good view there. Now, in this new road, it is very tempting to go 60 because you'll do this quite a lot with the instructor, but this bit is only 30. So it's so hard to want to go, especially because you know it's one of the only very few that lets you do 60 on national speed limit. And before you do that national speed limit on this road, I would recommend you check all your mirrors, because people behind you do not want to do 30. So we're going to follow this road a little bit. I'll put it back on time warp until we get to another intro. Awful position. I'm hoping it's broken now, because that's not a good place to park, and we've had to give way. Parked on a solid white line, look, so forcing us to go over a solid white line in a national speed limit road. I think he's asleep. I hope he's asleep and not anything worse. Now in a minute on the left hand side you are going to see a sign that says down the hill. I think it's by 12 or 14%, but it doesn't sound a lot. Every 100 yards forward you go down by 12 or 14%. Okay, and it starts off quite nice with a little bit of a hill. There it is, look, 14%. So this is where I'll be easing off like Mark's already done. The lorry comes over the brow of the hill, look. If you look towards the houses on the top of the hill, that's where we're going up to. So look at it, this is the nice bit. This bit, it drops just there, but on the bend I would go for third gear, and we're going to give it loads of gas up the hill. And the main reason for the third gear, apart from the power, is when we get to the top of the hill, it's 30. So it'll start to struggle there. It changed to a 30 there, and it feels ridiculous this low. Now at the end of this road, we're going to turn right, okay, and we're going to follow it all the way down. Once again, we're back into 30. So all the road that we're going to do until I turn the time warp off again is 30, which is really, really difficult to keep. And you can see how fast the people come into the new road and then take our side of the road up. If you were turning left here, you'll notice to get your position it is ridiculously over there.